Manila Film Center, an architectural marvel in Pasay City, stands as a chilling testament to both grandeur and tragedy. Constructed in the early 1980s, it was meant to be the Philippines' gateway to international film festivals, a symbol of cultural pride under the Marcos regime. However, beneath its opulent facade lies a history marred by death, desperation, and the supernatural. In 1981, First Lady Imelda Marcos envisioned the Manila Film Center as a shining beacon of Philippine cinema. Designed to host the first Manila International Film Festival, it was to be a cultural hub, featuring a grand theater, exhibition halls, and a film archive. The construction was a race against time, with a deadline set for just a year later. Construction crews worked around the clock, driven by both the promise of progress and the fear of failure. The building began to rise rapidly, a concrete manifestation of Imelda's ambitious vision. Yet, the rush to complete it on time would soon lead to a catastrophic event. On the night of November 17, 1981, disaster struck. The scaffolding on the upper floors gave way, sending dozens of workers plummeting into the wet cement below. Panic ensued as rescue efforts commenced, but the situation took a macabre turn. According to urban legend, orders were given to halt the recovery efforts and to instead pour cement over the site, entombing the fallen workers within the structure itself. This decision was allegedly made to avoid delays and ensure the building was ready for the festival. Though official records deny such claims, the stories persist, bolstered by the eerie atmosphere that now pervades the Manila Film Center. Visitors and staff have reported strange occurrences, leading many to believe that the souls of the workers are trapped, forever haunting the building that became their tomb. A year after the collapse, the Manila Film Center finally opened its doors. The inaugural festival was a glittering event, attended by international celebrities and dignitaries. However, behind the scenes, whispers of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena began to circulate. One of the first incidents involved a security guard working the night shift. As he patrolled the deserted hallways, he heard faint cries for help echoing through the concrete walls. Following the sounds, he was led to a section of the building where the collapse had occurred. There he saw shadows moving unnaturally and felt an overwhelming sense of despair. Terrified, he fled the building and never returned. As the years passed, the reports of supernatural activity grew more frequent and more intense. Visitors to the film center described seeing ghostly figures in workers' overalls, their faces frozen in expressions of pain and terror. Some claimed to hear the sound of heavy machinery and muffled screams coming from the basement where the cement was poured over the bodies. One particularly chilling account came from a group of filmmakers who were working late into the night. As they reviewed footage in the editing room, the lights began to flicker. Suddenly, the temperature dropped, and a cold, oppressive presence filled the room. One of the filmmakers looked into a mirror and saw not his own reflection, but the face of a man covered in dust and blood, staring back at him with hollow eyes. The apparition mouthed the words, "Help us," before disappearing as quickly as it had appeared. In an effort to quell the growing unease, a spiritual medium was brought in to cleanse the building. As she walked through the halls, she felt the weight of countless souls pressing down on her. In the basement, she sensed the strongest concentration of spirits, their anguish palpable. Through her rituals, the medium attempted to communicate with the trapped souls. She discovered that many of them were unaware they were dead, still clinging to the hope of rescue. Others were consumed by anger and betrayal, furious that their lives had been sacrificed for the sake of a construction deadline. The medium performed a series of ceremonies to guide the spirits to the afterlife. While some found peace, others remained, their ties to the mortal world too strong to sever. The haunting continued, albeit with less intensity, as the building's dark history continued to cast a shadow over its present. Today, the Manila Film Center stands as both a cultural landmark and a somber reminder of the lives lost within its walls. Despite attempts to rehabilitate its image, the stories of hauntings persist. Paranormal investigators and thrill seekers regularly visit the site, hoping to catch a glimpse of the spectral inhabitants. Employees and visitors alike speak of sudden cold spots, disembodied voices, and the unshakable feeling of being watched. The basement remains the epicenter of activity, where the energy is said to be the most intense. Many believe that the spirits will never fully leave until their story is acknowledged, and justice is done for those entombed in the building's foundation. The Manila Film Center is a place where the past and present intertwine, where the echoes of tragedy reverberate through time. It serves as a poignant reminder of the cost of ambition and the importance of respecting the lives that contribute to our achievements. For those who dare to visit, it offers a glimpse into